Okay. Up there we go. Now it's filming. All right. Al, I promised I'd show you when it's done. And remember I said I had the inside all sealed up? No, I didn't. We ended up having to stand it up like this and straddling it like this, leaning over it, pushing and wiggling to get air into it to get the beads to seat. The main reason, I'm not going to even put this tire back on until tomorrow evening because I want to make sure it holds air. This is a 205 85 15, and this rim's about an inch too wide for this tire, so it's okay, but it's not okay, if that makes any sense. It's hard to work with. But if you ever just have to do one this way, make a couple of suggestions to you here, my friends. Number one, don't wear good clothes. Yeah, those were the only good pair of cargo shorts I had. They ain't so good no more. Number two, make sure you have a container ready ahead of time for the grease, because you're going to want to save that. Some of that stuff's running stupid expensive. There's Cletus. Hey, you're not supposed to be up here, Hairball. You know that. Hi, Blossom. Little Blossom girl. Okay, that was two important things. And there's goats. Oh, look, there's a duck walking. Hey, you even get a nature hike out of this deal. Third thing, make sure you have lots and lots of disposable hand towels. Quite honestly, I recommend a roll of paper towels because they are disposable, and if you go trashing your red shop rags, you got to go buy more because that grease ain't going to come out. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't know what companies like Cintas and Universe use to get those shop rags clean, but I'm fairly certain that the afterwater glows in the dark. I know how badly we hog up shop rags. But make sure your compressor's pumped up. For God's sakes, be careful, guys. Like I said, one thing when you grease them like this, the bead doesn't bang near as badly. If the bead did pop, you wouldn't have to go through all this rigmarole because it would be a tight fit. But that's about it. Just please be careful. Keep your face away from it when you can. Figure on your hands and your everything else getting filthy dirty. But this trick will work. Like I said, I use just Valvoline tube grease that I keep around here for the hay baler and corn chopper and whatnot like that. But you can use wheel bearing grease. You can, like I said, in a pinch, you can use lard. Anything that's greasy and slimy. The pros use this wonderful stuff called tire soap. And it does work. I ain't gonna lie to you, that stuff works. But it's also kind of pricey. I was gonna tell you to take that down to the pigs. There's my partner in crime, Levi. Keeps me honest and works hard. Good kid. Don't beat the poor thing to death, just feed it to the pigs. They can chew it up. You don't gotta smush it for them. I love him to death, I really do. Right, Blossom? Right. Hey, hi, world. Hey, hi, world. Hello. Hi, Cletus. All right, guys. Not very long. Not real informative, but it's something that a lot of you younger guys and gals have probably never had to do. You've always had a tire cannon or a tire machine with a bead blaster, and you might have seen these guys take a can of carb cleaner and blow the bead up on it. That works, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is a true story I'm going to tell you. Get a little anecdotal evidence here. Sorry about that. I had to wipe sweat off my face. Used to work for a guy, extremely intelligent fellow, very intelligent, and didn't have the common sense God promised a turkey. This cat decided he was going to blow a tire up like that with the carburetor cleaner. Well, number one, he didn't have carburetor cleaner. He had starting fluid, which is ether. Now, ether ignites at a compression, will self-ignite at a compression of 2 to 1, which is why it's hard on an engine. And when you put the least little bit of fire to it, it goes off like an M80. Everybody that's ever played with this stuff knows what I'm talking about. Well, this Yardbird, he was doing a front tire on a farm tractor, only little farm tractor, probably like a 23 850, but 12. And I mean, he laid the ether to it. He was doing it outside. Danny and I were in the shop. We weren't paying no account to what was going on. Next thing we heard sounded like a 105 howitzer going off at the artillery range. I look out, and the tire's flying one way, well, chunks of it are. The rim's flying one way, and the gentleman in question, who signs our paychecks, was flying the opposite direction with all 4 appendages in the air. Yes, indeed, my boy got hang time out of that. Blew his eyebrows off, all of his facial hair, knocked the wind out of him. I mean, just basic, it could have killed him. I mean, quite honestly, that thing went off hard enough that it would have blown him literally. The concussion would have, crushed his chest and stopped his heart. But, so please, if you can avoid doing the carburetor cleaner or the ether trick, please don't do it. Don't do it. The grease trick, yeah, it takes longer. It took me about 45 minutes to do what I can normally do in 5. But in this case, it was the only way it was going to work. It was all the resources that I had at my disposal. And quite honestly, it was safer. I wasn't dealing with explosive fumes. So there you go, your little PSA for the day. An interesting little story. If you can picture this extraordinarily wealthy individual flying through the air with the tire going one way, and he walks up to the shop laughing, I think I used too much ether. Dear old Danny, God love his heart. Danny looks at him and goes, no shit, Sherlock Holmes, we heard it across the county. So, there you go, folks. Something for my YouTube channel. Thank everybody for subscribing, all your likes, all your comments, everything you do for the channel. I really do appreciate, believe it or not, I know I don't post a whole lot, but I post what I can when I can. Oh, my. Anyway, guys, tell your friends about us. Get it to subscribe, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and we will talk to you later. Bye.